Well, let's talk more about what happens next with fuel prices. Joining me now is Sam Ori. He's the Executive Director of the Energy Policy Institute at the University of Chicago. Welcome to the program. So what should we make of the U.S. now courting Saudi Arabia and Venezuela? We obviously had heavy sanctions on Venezuela, but we're trying to get them to up their production and perhaps replace the Russian oil in there for U.S. imports. And before you answer that, I just want you to listen to what Colombia's energy minister said earlier this week at an oil conference. He said, if you've just banned oil from what they call the Russian dictator, it is difficult to explain why you were going to buy it from the Venezuelan dictator.
Yeah, it's a great question. I think what you should make of it is that, look, there's only so many places in the world that you can go when you want to increase supply quickly. And, the administration in the U.S. and policymakers around the world are really looking for policy, or rather are looking for price relief right now as oil prices and gasoline prices are skyrocketing. And so you should really think of Saudi Arabia as essentially the world's central banker in oil. They have extra capacity that they can bring online, extra oil that they can bring to market very quickly. And so it's a logical place to go from that standpoint. I think it's far from clear whether Saudi Arabia will actually help in this situation. There's been pressure on the Saudis, including from the U.S. administration, for now the past several months, as oil prices have been increasing, to increase their production, to produce additional oil and bring it to market. And the Saudis have been doing this at their own pace, at a pace that has not stopped prices from rising for several months. And so it's unclear if they are going to be willing to help in this situation, but it's a perfectly logical place to go. When it comes to Venezuela, I think it's a slightly different story. Venezuela, the oil industry there has been in terminal decline really since around 2015. And though the country sits on the world's, arguably the world's largest oil reserves, it's now producing very little oil. And so it's very unclear whether Venezuela will be able to help, in a pinch in this crisis.
Yeah, and obviously the U.S. trying to cut into the ties, the historic ties between Russia and Venezuela as well by reaching out to them. We know that the U.S. has now banned imports of Russian oil to the United States, but that was more of a symbolic move, let's just be honest, because the U.S. relies on, 3% of Russian oil imports. A very different story for Europeans. We're talking about 40% of their energy sources coming from Russia. I'm just curious now, given that the Europeans are saying all options are still on the table, in reality, how likely is it that we could see them make that drastic move of cutting off supplies coming in from Russia, given that they've had years to look for alternative sources and haven't?
Yeah, I think you have to separate oil and gas in that equation. And so for natural gas, the Europeans have really announced a very ambitious program for reducing their reliance on natural gas from Russia. And it's in part, it's possible because there are lots of different competing fuel sources that you can rely on if you want to reduce your reliance on gas in Europe. And so, they've talked about moving forward their targets for renewable energy, for wind and solar deployment and clean energy in Europe. That'll compete directly with gas in the power sector in Europe. They've talked about, as quickly as possible, increasing their ability to import liquefied natural gas from the United States. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, they've talked about several things on the demand side, reducing consumption through efficiency. So on natural gas, I think it's far more possible. When it comes to oil, it's a very different situation. And, we are really still globally, in the United States and in Europe, this is certainly true, we're still in the oil age. Oil is really the key fuel in many developed economies. And it's really used in transportation where there are not a lot of competition or competing fuel sources. There's not a lot of other things you can switch to. And so, you're absolutely right that so far what we've done, the United States, by banning importation of Russian oil, it's been very symbolic. That's really just going to result in largely a shuffling around of barrels in the world. We'll import a little bit less of Russian oil. That oil will go somewhere else, and we'll buy oil from someone else. Really trying to reduce the amount of Russian oil in the market is a different question, and I think it's a far more complicated question.
Yeah, obviously Russia really depending on China buying their oil and continuing to buy it the years to come. Sam Ori, thank you for your analysis. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.